So I would hate to talk to people and like say that that's like an illness, all right? Just to say people are diabetic, or to say that people, by the time they got to the doctor, all right, they're already diagnosed as like diabetic. Instead of going for the food and the medicine, they're going to the doctor, and then they're already standing there by the doctor, and then that's still, you know what I'm saying? I'm not, and even the doctors are still going to say that this is not something that is like a permanent fix to that, and we're still just trying to explain the laws of like Gas Giant. All right, so in Gas Giant, if we're touching and messing with anything, there's any antagonists around, there's any eggs or allergens around, that is why people need to be safe about that. And I've, with my, with my results, washing with like cold water and antiseptics and keeping the body nice and cool, we work better with cold fishing. All right. And then we don't actually have those problems. So we prevent the whole thing of, salmonellas, contamination, however you want to call that. If it starts from genetic makeup starting to spread, to a bunch of stuff. All right, from that to like slimy underbelly that creeps up under the birds. All right, and it's creepy as hell. That's something that it does not want living there. All right, you know what I'm saying? That's something that's going on there that we don't want to be a part of. All right, and that is, you know what I'm saying? That's something that will like creep slowly, like the phalate. All right, and spread. Okay, and then that's another heart problem trying to be carried, and we can't have people carrying like a heart problem and we're doing magic with like a skeleton tuxedo. All right, you know what I'm saying? So that's interesting. And then the world of like mutiny and making a human being stare at fucking mutiny, he will chase you down and he will hunt you. All right, you know what? If you make a human being sit there and stare at that, he will find you. Okay, you know what I'm saying? If you repeatedly torture a human being like that, that's what's going on with the laws of bones and the fraternal order of bones. All right, and how that's always going to be doing that, and how a human being always that gets the ability to counter, or retaliate, or actually make a move or not make a move. All right, withdraw. Okay, the problem with that approach there is we can't like withdraw a Trojan horse. All right, if we take Trojan horse approach here, we can't just start pulling Trojan horse back out once we already put Trojan horse in there and said, Trojan horse, you get the goddamn work. When they start going night night and they start sleeping on the job, you get in there and you start actually, enforcing the laws of mutiny. All right. So there's a difference. Okay. And anyways, from here, that would work like a nitrate and work better with fluid in your body, and then expand